Hey guys, what's up? It's Kevin, just back again with another video, and today we are doing Oj2 Hot Takes. So I made a post on Reddit talking about, hey, if you guys would like to see a video about Oj2 Hot Takes, and if you would, post some in the comments of Reddit. I got some off of Discord too. I said that I would do ones about the community players or whatever. God, I'm dying. But I decided not to do one about players because, like, you know, that would stir up drama. I hate that. But yeah, most of these are okay. Some of these are just bad. There's some that are actually spicy. But yeah, I'll divide these up into like little sections, and we'll start out with the biggest ones and like probably work our way down. So let's get started. Alright, so the very first one is that the very first hot take that I got off of Reddit is that Oj2 is the best arena fighter that has come out in a while, and I got this one from Webhead and I got this one from Reginald. So if you guys see the video, hi. But yeah, I don't know if you're saying your name right though, but yeah, I agree with this take. I genuinely think that Oj2 is probably the best arena fighter to come out in a while, just because the competition is Match Square Substitute Simulator, aka Ninja Storm, or Match Triangle Simulator and Zone, aka Demon Slayer, which means that the competition is very lackluster. Also, it helps that Oj2 probably has the best netcode of any arena fighter, like, ever. So, that also helps with the cultivation of online play and competitive growth. The problem with Oj2 is that while it gets so many good things right, it gets so many stupid things wrong. For this example, no spectator mode, a bunch of game-breaking glitches, the save state glitch on Switch that's apparently still there, that's why everyone's moving to PS4. Just a bunch of things that King gets wrong that they shouldn't be getting wrong if they, like, paid a little bit more of attention to it. And it's been happening every single patch. If there was one patch where there was zero game-breaking glitches and the game was just how it was, I'd be fine with it. But I want to make sure that all consoles can play equally, and that way, like, there are no stupid mistakes on Oj2. I agree that Oj2 is the best arena fighter. It just makes dumb mistakes, and that's why it can't rise out of the ground from niche arena fighter to actually, like, played fighting game. At least that's my take on it. So let's get on to the next hot take. Alright, so we got a decently long one here. This is a list of hot takes by VI512 on Reddit. SS Deku isn't OP, you're just bad. Blaming spammers because you lost a match just means you're worse than them. Jiro assist is one of the worst assists in the game. Bakugo is not S tier, Nejire is S tier, Kirishima is the best assist in the game, Nomu is high mid B, Overhaul is the worst zoner in the game, and Rappa is high B bottom A. I will answer these to the best of my ability in a swift motion, or respond to these, because, like, I don't disagree with all of them, I disagree with a few. The first one is SS Deku isn't OP. I agree that he isn't, like, Hawks busted, or like pre-patch Shinzo busted. But I do agree with the notion that he is very, very annoying. I won't scream that he's OP, but I do think that for a rushdown character, he has a lot of things. And I get it that more people want rushdown characters in this game, but I feel like he's just doing too much. Most of his moves out-prioritize a bunch of other moves. He has a bunch of moves that go halfway across the screen, like a slide and stuff. He can whiff cancel moves. The problem that I have with SS Deku is that most players can start out with him and just mash all around with him, and it really doesn't promote any, like, smart thinking play, or about as smart as you can get with Oj2. I think the problem with SS Deku is that he's not OP, but he is very annoying. The next one is that blaming spammers because you lost a match just makes you worse than them. That is fucking wrong. Oj2 is a game where spamming is really strong. Spamming and camping is really strong. So if you lose that, especially with a character that can't really get in like that, it definitely makes it the game a lot harder for you, and it makes you lose a lot more. Especially if we're playing against someone like spamming who lags a lot. So I don't blame you for losing to a spammer, especially if they're playing like Overhaul version 2, Nejire, and someone else. Like, I don't agree with this take because Oj2 is a game where you can run away and spam really hard. It doesn't make you worse than them, it just means that you can't deal with it at the moment. But I hope they fix that. Jiro assist is one of the worst assists in the game. I do not agree with that at all. As a combo assist, yeah, it puts a lot of FD, but it's still combo assist, which is really useful in this game. And it stuns, and it just stays out for a little bit. It has application. It's not as good as we thought it was at the beginning, but it's still okay if you want to start out, just like a decent assist to start out with. But I definitely agree that it's not one of the best assists. It's probably one of the worst combo assists. But I think one of the worst assists is probably like Fat Gum assist or something like that, or like Nomu air assist that just generally just don't do anything for you except for like knock someone down and don't give you any combos, no reward after that. But yeah, I don't agree with that. Bakugo is not S tier. I could go either way on it. I think he's really, really high tier. And if you said that he was top tier, I'd agree with you. But if you say he's not top tier, I'd agree with you too, because I don't know a lot about Bakugo, so I won't say anything about that. Nejire is S tier. I've been thinking that for a long time, that Nejire has been S tier ever since she got buffed. So yeah, I generally think that Nejire is like a really strong character now. She could probably be like top 10-ish now. Especially with all of her giant ass moves and giant ass yellow, really good red actually, and her trapping ability with her charge quirk 1. I definitely think that she's really good. Kirishima's this is one of the best in the game. I agree with that. It's a get off me tool. It's a combo tool that barely scales and does a lot of damage. Yeah, so I think it's good, and it's armored, so. Nomu is high mid B. As a Nomu player, I agree with you. I feel like Nomu has a lot of strengths that people don't really use too often, especially with quirk 1. I generally think that Nomu is a decent character to start out with if you really just want a character to mess around with. He's a fun meme character, but he's also a character that if you really want to get good at, you can actually play him. Overhaul version 2 is worst zoner in the game. That's common sense. Rappa is high B, bottom A. I don't know a lot about Rappa, but I do believe that he is decent. Or I do believe he's decent damage-wise, but he has to actually get in, and that's the problem with Rappa. But yeah, thank you for those comments. I really enjoy your conversation. Make sure to comment down below if you want more hot takes. Get this video 3 likes, we'll get like more hot takes. Also, I'll mention all the stuff at the end of the video. But yeah, let's get to the next hot takes. Alright, this one comes from Season Switch, the Tetsu player. Like, one of the best Tetsu players I ever fought. He's a really cool dude. His hot take is that Ida is the easiest character in the game, and people who play Ida don't work for their points. I think with this hot take that there is a bias with this. I feel like since Seasons is a Tetsu player, and I believe that Ida would absolutely wipe the floor with Tetsu in a tournament match, or any like decent level, I feel like this is more of a bias of that. Since Ida beats my character and Ida is strong in general, that no one works for it. I do believe that people who play Ida definitely have it easier than most people, but there are a lot of top tiers who have it easier than some people, like Hawks or something like that. I don't really agree with the notion that he is the easiest, I guess. I mean, maybe he could be the easiest out of the strong characters, like his risk reward is probably the best ratio-wise. But I generally think that Ida players do have to semi-work for what they do. I don't agree that they work like as hard as someone like a Nomu player trying to get in on an overhaul, but it's definitely it's definitely not terrible. I feel like you can beat an Ida player if you just play well enough, just like you can beat everyone else. I generally feel like this take is biased because you're a Tetsu player, but I do agree that Ida barely works for what he has, and he's definitely a lot easier than a lot of characters. But yeah, that's my take on what Season said about the hot takes. One more hot take, and then after that I'll make a final hot take and we'll end the video. But this one comes from Abusive Limp, and he has 2 takes. It's that Mei isn't as powerful as anyone thinks she is. She isn't that OP, and Compressed Assist is broken. I agree with one, but I don't agree with the other. I agree with Mei not being as powerful as everyone thinks she is. You can definitely like take her down and dominate if you do it right or play it right. Yeah, she's definitely a lot easier to beat than someone like Hawks or like Overhaul or someone like that. But yeah, I don't agree with Compressed Assist being busted as like a combo time assist. Then yeah, like look at how long it takes before she lands. Look at that. She has so much. You have so much time to combo off of that. See, look at that. I do agree that it's a really good combo assist like that, but I don't really think that you can just throw it out in neutral and just have it work for you, because it kind of goes kind of short. I feel like for an assist to be great, it needs to be able to work in neutral and as a combo tool, like Kirishima or Nadai. But in general, I do feel like that Compressed Assist is good, but overall, I think that Yeah, compressed assist is good. It's not busted though. It's not like Kirishima assist. But yeah, I kind of agree with that take. But yeah, one last one. And this one actually comes from me. This is my hot take. My hot take, and I think most people in the OJ2 community will agree with this, but not everyone will, arena fighter-wise, is that OJ2 is vastly better than Demon Slayer, and it's not even a contest. When it comes to character diversity and character roster size, but to be fair, I'm not going to really compare that since Demon Slayer has been out for like what, a year? Not even like a year, a couple months. But yeah, I do think that from all the experience CC2 has, the game should not have been as bad as it is. Barely any single player, barely any they might say character variety, but in reality you can just mash triangle a bunch of times, get the same combo. Like jump cancels. I definitely agree that depending on the person, it might feel, Demon Slayer combo system might feel better, but I feel like OJ2's combo system might be more complex. Mechanics are more complex in my opinion. Surge mode is the worst mechanic ever made into fighting games, like ever. Even if you do have to stay on 3 bars, I still believe that it shouldn't be in the game in the first place. But other than that, yeah, also netcode's garbage. If your game releases in 2021 and the netcode isn't good, then it's bad. Then the game's like bad already. Like the game takes like a heavy hit, because in order for a fighting game to work, you have to cultivate the online space due to the fact of recent pandemics and struggles in the world. If the game doesn't have good netcode, it's just not that good for a fighting game. You have to have good netcode in this day and age, and Demon Slayer does not combine with the qualities of, you know, just that metric of what you need to make a decent fighting game in 2021. Now, OJ2 has problems, but like, I don't think it's nearly as bad as Demon Slayer, and I definitely think that this game is way more unique than Demon Slayer, especially with characters and stuff. So, generally, Demon Slayer players, if you're fed up with Demon Slayer, come to OJ2. It might be chaotic and it might be garbage sometimes, but like, it's definitely not as bad as Demon Slayer, most definitely. At least you won't be drowning in 15 frame delay with someone sitting right next to you in your house. But yeah, just some closing words and some stuff just I want to say. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. The response to the last video was so great. I'm decided to do one video per week, and I want us to make like smaller videos in between the week before the main video of the end of the week, and then I will just do that. I'm planning on making bigger projects. I have a really big one planned where I interview some people, and I generally want that to be done. The next OJ2 like bad/good player thing is going to happen probably next month, but everything else, yeah. I definitely agree that I think we've been growing really well, and I hope that you guys like my future content, my future endeavors. And if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.